There we go. I moved the lamp. It is already the 3rd of August, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. It's like I can hardly keep track of time. Well, musically, I want to share this. I just got this from Rich O'Meara, who is a percussionist and I think friends with Dave Newhouse. I know he's on some of Dave Newhouse's records, including the new one that's about to come out, the new Mana Mirage, which is about to come out. I'm on it as well. But Rich, thank you so much for sharing this with me. This is a thing called Forest of Fungi. It's a farewell gift to and from Kevin. Is it A or Kevin O? Yeah, Kevin O. That's Rich O'Meara's son, who unfortunately is gone due to suicide. And I've only just touched on a little bit of this, Rich. The wonderful thing about this is how it starts off joyous. The first track sounds like a celebration. Dancing Aurora. Well, it definitely has a dancing quality to it, and lovely. I just want to say that I really appreciate the sentiment and the way that you reach out to me as a fellow human being. I cannot imagine your pain losing your son, especially to suicide, because I have lost people to suicide, and it is painful. It's not the same as someone just passing away. As much as we love people, we can never know what's inside of them. We just can't. So, thank you, Rich, for sharing this. Forest of Fungi. Forest of Fungi. With that in mind, I'm wearing my old Genesis t-shirt here, but with that in mind, today I'm about to go and meet up with my family to make arrangements at their restaurant for the memorial in 2 weeks for my brother. I went to the post office yesterday for the first time in a few weeks, and the ladies behind the counter, they love me. I was updating them on things, and one of them remarked how you still haven't had the memorial yet? And I said, well, we want to do it with the family. And this is as soon as we could get the restaurant. I don't want to do it in a church. And the one other place that I had in mind where Patrick last played, they never returned my inquiry. So Patrick is still heavily on my mind. Along those lines, this Saturday night, I'll be performing at the Omaha Under the Radar Festival, the 8th annual one. It's basically an avant-garde art and music festival here in Omaha, curated by Amanda DeBoer Bartlett, a PhD opera-trained singer. She's an amazing friend of mine. But I'm going to participate in a performance with a traveling musician who I haven't met yet. And we'll do the rehearsals on Thursday and Friday. But I'm also doing a set of my own. I'm honored. I get to close the festival with a set featuring songs from Future Still. Now I also am going to do, let me just grab this right quick. So because it's such a mixture of things going on, this is my brother Patrick's leather jacket. It's the only piece of his clothing that I kept. We were similar in size, but he was shorter, so everything is doesn't really quite fit. But I kept this, and I'm going to wear this during my performance to honor my brother. Isn't that nice? And I'll wear a nice shirt. But generally speaking, when I perform, when I do things, I just wear what I'm wearing. I come from or rather, I really related to the time in music when people went from dressing up to just wearing whatever on stage. I like both, but I really like the comfort factor of indie and punk bands where they just wear whatever they want to wear. But I'm going to dress up for this performance in honor of my brother because he was always dapper. He was a very sharp dresser. Musically, I want to share this. So I've been listening to this Miles album, and quite frankly, this is, pretty awful. This is really scraps left over where it's the band, Miles and the guys trying to catch a groove. And I've listened to this quite a bit since buying it, wanting to make sure I was hearing what I was hearing. And these are the scraps where things were not gelling just yet, and you can hear it in Miles's voice at the beginning and ending of a couple of the tracks. It's like nothing has happened. I'm not sorry I bought this, but this is an example of scraping the bottom of the barrel just to get that money. Being a Miles Davis lover, they got me. I'll be buying it. There's more coming out. They're touting this Lost Paris concert that's going to be released on vinyl. I'll get it. Completely different sound, but something I love just as much as Miles in its own way is the New Zealand band The Chills. And I played a bunch of this last night, Kaleidoscope World. There is a childlike quality to Martin's singing and playing, even though this stuff is not childish at all. But there's a simplicity and a directness about everything about the music, the writing, the words actually, but the band too. Now, the band The Chills have been through a bunch of members, and I, for one, want to say that I think that the band is important. It's not just the songwriting. And I do think that the band has been kind of dismissed unfairly. I think all the players at the different times of the band of The Chills, their contribution is significant to the magic of the music. I love all these songs. All of them. Kaleidoscope World, Satin Doll, Pink Frost, This Is the Way. Man, these are just some great... I love My Leather Jacket. The Great Escape. These are great, great songs. I love the band The Chills. That's what I have to play for you because other than that, I have been busy rehearsing, trying to take care of business regarding my family, and just trying to have good days, keeping it simple. My view of what's happening in the world is things are not going to get better on a large sense. Everything is going to continue to deteriorate. So, to me, the idea is to just enjoy life as much as possible now. Because things are, every time you turn around, it's shit. It's shit. The news is shit. So, that's what I want to share today. My album comes out Friday, and I understand that it is available in Europe. One distributor, I guess, Juno, someone left a message. Contact your record stores. If they haven't ordered Future Still, tell them to get on it because it's already sold out, and depending on the demand, it can be repressed. And if there's no demand, there will be no repress, and that means that your copy will be an instant collector's item.